it's on you. Let that go when I shoot, it's on you. Let that go when I shoot, it's on you. Copycat, trying to copy what I do, cause that go.
Hey guys, so this is the second episode of the Let the Girls Speak podcast. Brittany isn't here this week. She was busy, but she will be back. But we're just gonna hop right into it and start with the first segment, which is pop quiz, and that's just the biggest stories. So Lady Gaga is offering a $500,000 reward for the return of her French bulldogs, Cody and Gustave. They were stolen in Hollywood. And also her dog Walker was shot as well. And she had a third dog, Miss Asia, who escaped, but he later recovered. Um, and then, so how do you guys feel about that? If you were a big superstar, would you pay that much to get your dogs back, or do you guys think it was like an inside job, or somebody that's close to her who did that, or what?
I feel like that it had to be someone close because, like, someone dog napping just seems random, really weird, especially like at gunpoint and like shooting someone is just extreme, like unnecessary. I feel like it was personal. Somebody had like some type of vendetta.
Yeah. If they were my dogs, of course I'll pay that much if I had the money.
Mhm.
But why steal a dog when you could just, adopt a dog?
Yeah, like that's what I don't get. Like it just
Yeah.
seemed really, really extreme.
Yeah, so whoever did steal it was more than likely just doing it for money anyways.
Hopefully they get caught and the person that got shot is okay.
Yeah. To
But
go out your way to just to do that,
It just doesn't make sense.
no.
But I mean, if you're in Hollywood and you see Gustav and Koji, please return them to like
Or Miss Asia?
Miss Asia was recovered.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think it was like there was like a picture of like the cops. They had her in like a blanket or whatever, putting her in the car.
do you know what breed they are?
French bulldogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, on to the next topic. So over on Twitter, posted what 2 days ago was this couple, um, a picture of them meeting for the first time in 2 years. It has a lot of different, comments, you know. So, how do you guys feel about long distance in general? I guess, could you guys do like 2 years until you meet someone that you like?
For me, I feel like it depends on the situation. Like, do they not know each other like at all? And then they went 2 years without like ever meeting. I don't think I could do that personally. But if like maybe you knew them and then like you both moved or for whatever reason you couldn't like see each other for a few years, but you like kept in contact and everything and like put in effort and you both wanted it, I could see that. I think it all just depends.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I see, like, I'm glad that it worked out because most long distance
Yeah.
relationships nowadays fall apart. But if I were in her position, I definitely do it because, well, think of it as me dating this person that I haven't met in 2 years. But if I were to just, text frequently and video call to see that you're real, then that's a good sign. If I don't like actually see you, maybe on the phone while we're chatting, and I know that you might be a catfish for all I know,
Hmm.
and I don't trust that at all.
And like with like the first meeting, I'd want like I I'd probably be texting everybody my location and da 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 just in case. And if possible, have someone like near just in case something does happen, if something does go wrong, be like, okay, yeah, no, we gotta go. And I got someone here with me. Not like, right there. Because if it's not, then you don't want to be awkward about it and be like just weird. But definitely better safe than sorry.
Okay, I have a question then. Would you, if you were in her position or his position, would you see this person you were talking to for 2 years? Would you go over there or would you have them come to you?
I think it depends on where we both are. Like if they're, cause I don't like the cold,
Mhm.
and if they're in like a warmer state, like I'm in North Carolina right now. If they're somewhere in like California, Florida, yeah, like I go over there. Texas, I don't know. Yeah, I would. But if they're like in Ohio, Seattle, somewhere random, I don't think I would. I'd rather them come to me.
Yeah, I think for me it depends. Maybe we could like meet up in the middle too, somewhere.
Yeah,
But it just depends on where they are.
I think that could be fun, meeting up in the middle somewhere. Like, oh, but I mean,
Not
yeah,
boring,
because
but somewhere like you could do stuff, you know.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like a maybe like an Airbnb type thing, or like where you spend time together and go out and do stuff in a place that you've probably never been before. So it's like a new experience for the both of you.
Yeah, I'm if they were to come to me, I wouldn't want to let them know where
You
like
live.
my yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, like if they came to me, we'd probably like meet somewhere first, like
Yeah.
out in public, a public space. But definitely not like the house. No, that's no.
But yeah, good luck to them. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully he doesn't
Yeah.
on her or vice versa. You know, optimistic for them. But yeah. So the next segment is the up to date debates. I'm gonna pass it over to Malia so she could make us, debate about some stuff.
Okay, so the first debate topic we have is if the love of your life was an employee at a fast food restaurant and had no desires to work anywhere else, would you stay with them?
At first,
No.
I was saying no, but it depends because nowadays a Chick-fil-A is a good salary, but like it compares to like a Jack in the Box,
His face.
Is Jack in the Box good?
No, I'm saying like a Chick-fil-A is kind of like as a job better than like a guy who works at like a Jack in the Box. You know what I mean?
Or like Chick-fil-A versus McDonald's kind
Yeah,
of thing?
it's still a no for me, but like some guys at Chick-fil-A, I guess they're kind of I don't know. Chick-fil-A has a better like culture, like the uniforms and stuff. And some, I mean, they don't pay the best, but I would be with a guy at Chick-fil-A compared to like a guy at Burger King, you know. But if he doesn't want to leave Chick-fil-A, then I think that's a different story. But that is the question, so I would say no, because
Mm,
Yeah.
that can't be your end unless you're trying to be like a CEO of the company, or you're making moves. But if you just want to, flip chicken forever and you're fine with that, like, I don't want our kids to have a dad who's
you said flip chicken forever.
making fruit cups. You know, like I
Yeah.
want something better for you because I know I
Yeah.
want it myself too, and I don't want to be in the same place. So for like a short term, yeah, but for long term, no. And it's not trying to say I think I'm too good because a job is a job, and sometimes it's hard to get good jobs depending
Yeah.
on your area. But in this situation, we both have opportunities to leave, or we're both in college. So if he wants to stay there forever, and he's like, I don't want to elevate, then no.
Exactly. I take that question in account, like when I think about, I guess, being in a relationship if I were to get in one. But like, I see it as if you're ambitious or not. Like Jada said, if you want to work at Burger King for the rest of your life, then with no desire to like move up, and
Mm,
you just want to flip chicken for the rest of your life, then I'm sorry, but I can't be the one for you because I'm gonna be doing something else.
yeah,
Not flipping chicken forever. But like you said, I mean, if it's short term and then you're like trying to build up or just saving money in that moment, then we can make something work. But if it's just for a long term thing, then no.
yeah.
For me, ambition definitely does play a role in it. Like, yeah, if they're like staying there to work their way up, because I mean, it happens for people and they like, that's like the only thing they do and they make a lot of money off of it. But at the same time, I've been told by my mom and like other people that you and your partner have to be on the same level. Like if you're not on the same level, if you're not in the same like mindset of where you want to be financially and in your career, it's not going to work out. And then also, it depends on what the like wage is, because minimum wage isn't a living wage, and a lot of fast food places don't pay you a good wage. So like if it pays something that's livable, I would say yeah, but if not and there's no ambition, definitely not.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Definitely not.
15, like a 10 to 15 hour, that's kind of good. You know, it's a couple thousand. But some people pay like $5 an hour. Like, what am I gonna do with that? You know? So yeah.
Yeah, this is not trying to be a bad person, but
Yeah.
it's just the truth.
Yeah.
We all have goals. Like, I want to leave this state. So if my man is content with working at Little Caesars and doesn't want to like leave the state, doesn't want to, go to college, get a good degree, then I'm not gonna be with you because I have different goals and
Yeah.
I can't stay behind and try to live off of you or, you know, and you don't even barely have that much yourself.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And a lot of times when that happens, the other person ends up trying to live off of the other person because they're like at a higher level than they are. And also, if you both want different things, you can just wait for the people who do want the same as you. So then it's like you're both satisfied. Because if you go with that dynamic, it's not gonna end well. It's not gonna work.
Especially if you have like kids or something, like you can't be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say you can't because I feel like I know a few people who work fast food, but still make ends meet. But in the long run, like
With
that's
with kids, it always comes back to like the wage, minimum wage, because it's just like their kids
okay.
are expensive. Life already is expensive. Like there's just so many things. Working fast food without a good pay, it's
And
not
also,
gonna
you want to be
last.
able to have fun. Like you want to be able to go on
Yeah.
dates because that's important. Going on dates, feeling spoiled sometimes. So if you
Mm-hmm.
can't take care of me, how can you take care of yourself? How can you take care of a kid? So that all ties into that. You have to have ambition. You have to want more for yourself and your future in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
I would also say like motivate them to want to do something better with their life. But then again,
That gets tricky.
yeah.
Because I feel like, oh, you trying to downplay my job? You trying to say
Like
like
no.
no, like you content with working here? I'm not trying to tell you that. I'm not trying to say, oh, you work at McDonald's, you a little bum. No, I'm trying to say like, don't you want to work at a Best Buy?
Like you grinding more than some people without jobs.
Yeah.
So props to you.
Don't you want to move up to like a Best Buy or like a Walmart? Like you want to take small steps at least.
Better
That
benefits.
gets you. You know how men be really, offended, but it's whatever.
Okay. On to the next debate topic. Which day should your partner go all out? Birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas, or anniversary?
I'm
Well,
knocking Christmas off the list.
I think I would knock, even though V Day. I mean, okay, if it's important to your girl, then make sure that you make her feel special about it. V Day isn't important to everybody, but if your girl is like, I want stuff on V Day, I want to feel special on that day, then do it. But every girl doesn't really care that much about Valentine's like that. But I would say, I would knock V Day off my list because I don't really care about Valentine's. Like, I want to feel special, but like, people say you should be doing this every day. It shouldn't just be one day where you do stuff for me or you buy me stuff or we go out to eat. Like, um, I would say I would say either birthday or anniversary, because first your birthday, and that's the day that you were born. But I feel like this is also, it just all ties into what's important to people. Because some people don't even like celebrate their birthday, like they don't care. I'll be like, oh, I never do that on my birthday. But for me, it would be birthday or anniversary, because that's the day we got together. So it's an important day, but it just depends on the person. But I'm gonna say birthday or anniversary.
I
Mm-hmm.
say the same. Oh, um,
I think it goes okay.
oh, yeah, I'd say the same. Probably birthday because birthdays come every year. Anniversary is only one time, but I would definitely want all of them to be memorable. But V Day, we can just spend alone time together or whatever. You don't have to go all out. It's just Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Christmas,
you could
I
do
don't
a
know.
little bit, but you don't gotta do the most on Christmas.
Yeah. And then anniversary, I could see that being an extravagant event, but and of course you would want to go all out for that.
Yeah.
And birthdays are important, it's your birthday. So I'd probably say birthday, anniversary, V-Day, then Christmas. Yeah.
I would say anniversary for sure, because for me it's like it's special. I mean, those milestones only happen once, like 1 year anniversary, 2 year, 50 year, and nowadays it's like rare for people to have like to stay together for like years and years and years. So for me, anniversary is like really important. But as far as like going all out for it, I think it just depends. Like it doesn't have to be like super expensive or anything, but it should be like nice and memorable, special for sure. Um, Birthday, me personally, I don't. I celebrate my birthday sometimes, but not all the time. Like for this year, I'm planning a trip. I'm gonna go when I can, but for that one, I'm just going with family. If friends can come, I hope they can. But yeah, no, just a trip, like just something fun. I just like to do fun things on my birthday. It doesn't have to be like crazy or anything. Valentine's Day, I'm one of those people where I feel like Valentine's Day is every day. Like the day itself, I feel like people overhype it because then they feel like, oh my god, this is the day where you're supposed to do da 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 da, and I'm like, I don't know, it's just another day. Like they made it a holiday, but if you're like if you really do care about your partner and you know their love languages and stuff, they should feel special every day. It shouldn't just be that one day that it happens. That one day could be like the day where you do go all out if you want to and if they want to, but it's not super important. And Christmas, I just like being around like family and friends during Christmas, loved ones, having a good time. That's all that really matters to me. But I do like giving gifts though. I
Yeah.
get excited to like give people what they want or something that I know they need or that they like and watch their reaction. That makes me feel happy. But as far as going all out for Christmas, I don't think that's necessary. Mm-mm. I've actually never heard of anybody going all out for Christmas for like
Exactly.
relationships. Like, I don't know, that just seems a little weird to me.
I did
Um,
one time.
what did you say?
I did one time.
Really?
Dumbass. But yeah.
What did you do?
Okay, so it was like our first year. Well, it was like okay, we started dating in 2017. It was that first Christmas that year. So I bought a hella gifts. I bought him like a $300 pair of shoes. I bought him a blanket with like our pictures on it, a watch, a big old box of snacks, like them little snack crates,
Hmm.
do rags. I bought so much, y'all.
Oh.
I never got that back. Like I never got that same energy back ever.
Mm-mm.
Right,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
right. But
You'll get it back though,
I
because
know that's what I always
it'll
say.
come back to you.
You will.
It'll.
Everything always comes back, and guess what? Karma always comes back around too, baby. So what?
Okay.
But yeah,
I would have been mad just about them shoes, but like for me, when I give people things, and I like tell them I love them. It's from my heart. So like,
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter that like I put that much effort in. Like if I were you, I would have been happy that I did it because maybe they needed it and maybe it like benefited them. And it just shows like your character and
Yeah.
how much you show you care. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day.
It's funny that I was reading something for my class, and it was a poem in there, and it was like, if he buys you nothing and literally nothing, let him go. But
But then,
it'll come back.
Like it could be little things too, like oh you need more like laundry detergent or something and they buy it for you instead of you having to go get it yourself. Like it's the little things. And I feel like guys specifically like don't realize that because they all think, oh, y'all want expensive things, y'all want jewelry, y'all want trips, y'all want this, y'all want expensive food and meals and restaurants. And it's like, do we want that? Yeah. Do we need it? No. We just want like we just want y'all to show you care. That's it.
like we're trying, you know.
Yeah. That y'all pick up on the little things and like act on it.
And they're like, you didn't ask. Well, I shouldn't expect to ask you for anything. You should just know to do it. I mean, you're my boyfriend and I'm your girlfriend. So this is like we work together in this relationship.
Hmm. Like some things are common knowledge, but like in
Hmm.
terms of like knowing what they like and what they want, like that's where communication comes in. Both sides have to communicate their love languages, what they want, how they want it, and like everything needs to be communicated.
Yeah.
Like it just communication is number one.
Yeah.
If there's no communication, y'all ain't got nothing.
And
Like
don't.
guys can scroll through Instagram all day, but when it comes to finding gifts for some reason or picking out where to eat, it's a problem. But you can scroll on Instagram all day. You can do that, but when it comes to putting in effort to gifts and just simply just doing your research, it's a problem. But
Some
if
people,
I leave, it's a red flag.
some some people say that like they think that like the scrolling on social media and stuff is just like kind of like a natural behavior. Like we got used to it and that's what we do. And then that's why like it. Some people are like, oh, that doesn't mean anything. I was just on there, like I was in, I was just on there, like taking breaks, whatever.
Guys
Yeah.
think that all women are materialistic, but we're not like that.
Mm-mm.
Come on,
No.
but majority
Some some are, but I feel like
Yeah.
most of the ones that are materialistic, they like already
have it.
have, yeah, like they're already independent. They can already get it for themselves. So it's like they want someone to match that effort. Because
Yeah.
it's like if I'm already here and you're not,
Like, what are you in
what
my
can you do for me? Yeah.
Just
Or
take me to McDonald's.
did you say just take me to McDonald's?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yeah. Like when people like for Valentine's Day, some people they want like the Chick-fil-A like heart nuggets. It's like the nuggets in the heart tray. Like it could be so simple. It is so simple. But people like they get so focused on the money thing. They
Yeah.
overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next topic. Does someone's zodiac sign impact your decision to move forward romantically with someone?
Um. So I don't know how I want to start this. I guess usually I don't really. Okay, I don't really have experience with like talking to guys. I was in like a long relationship. I did talk to this one guy, and I will say, I don't think in the beginning I asked his zodiac sign. We more so just clicked, so I didn't really care about all of that. But then when I did ask, he was like, "Oh, this makes sense." He was a Cancer, and I'm a Gemini, So I love Cancers. I love Cancers and Leo men. But I hate Virgos. Fuck Virgos. Oh my god, Virgos, y'all can die. Virgos. I don't like Tauruses. I don't think either. Taurus men, Virgo men. So if they're those, no, because my dad's also a Virgo. All we do is argue. I mean, we love each other, but we argue so much. It's like nitpicking, you know. Um, so I think for me it does. So like if he's a Leo or Cancer, I know we'll get along good, you know. But if he's like a Virgo, Virgos suck. So I think it does matter to me if I want to move forward. Because if I talk to a guy who's like, "Oh, I'm a Virgo," okay, I'm good. Bye, thanks for the DM, but I don't want to be with you. So yeah, it does matter to me.
To me, well, I'm not really familiar with um zodiac signs, but I dated a Scorpio and I'm a Scorpio. And then I was like, I wonder how compatible we really are. So I went on Google. I was like, Scorpio compatibility. And I was like, I don't know. But it doesn't really influence my decision on whether I should date someone or not. But yeah.
Um, well, I'm like super into astrology, so I sun signs. You guys are talking about sun signs, and for me, it's like that's not the only sign that plays a role. It's like their whole birth chart compared to your whole birth chart. It's like all your placements, but the main ones are sun, moon, Venus, rising, and maybe Mars. I would say, because like okay, the sun is like it's you, but it's more like your I don't know how to describe it because people think like, oh yeah, da 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 da, this is me. Moon is emotions, and your rising sign, also called the ascendant, is like your true personality. So like for me, my sun sign is a Capricorn, and my moon sign is Capricorn too. But then my rising, I'm a Taurus rising. So like when people first meet me, most of them think I'm like chill, laid back, relaxed, whatever. And that's like common for Tauruses. But then like Capricorn, people are like, oh, you're like serious, like hardworking, all about work. So it's like I get it. But then Venus is like supposed to be Venus rules like love and relationships and what you want in a relationship and how you are. But like my Venus is Sagittarius, and Sagittariuses are like adventurous. They don't like to be controlled or like tied down. And for me, that's true. Like once I feel like someone's trying to control me in any relationship, like friendship or romantic, that's when I leave. So I'm like, I don't want to be controlled. Like I don't like that. I do me, you do you, but we respect each other and we have understanding. And that's it. But as soon as they're like, oh, you can't do this, or you can't hang out with them, or da 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 da, I'm like, okay, bye. Because I don't have time for that. I want to do what I want to do. It's my life. But yeah, and then Pars, Mars. Mars is sexuality. So like this is like who you're attracted to, and I think how you attract others. And for that, I'm a Pisces. So Pisces are supposed to be like more like with daydreaming and like fantasizing and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know. For me, it's like I guess I would say the sun sign itself. I like knowing it just to know it, but it doesn't like have a serious decision on if I like choose to move forward. I like to get to know the person themselves. And a lot of people think that like knowing people's zodiac is like, oh, they're definitely like this or da 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 da. But you still have to get to know the person themselves and how you guys like how you are in a friendship or in a relationship because you won't know anything for sure unless you try. So yeah.
Does time play in it with the zodiac signs, what time you were born?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
your chart, like all your placements, and your houses and everything, it all has to do with what time you were born and what day you were born. Like it's basically the constellation of the sky,
Oh,
the day that you were born. Yeah. And what time, the exact time you were born. Yeah, it's deep. It's really deep. Um, I follow like a lot of like spiritual Twitter people and astrology Twitter people, and you can get like birth chart readings done, and like it's cool. And I think people should definitely get into it more, and people should get away from the whole it's all sun sign, oh da 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 da, because it's like way more than that. It goes really deep, deeper than you would think. Um, for the next topic, or did you guys have anything else to add to that? No, okay. Next topic. Um, would you rather blow money on your wedding or on your honeymoon?
Me on the honeymoon. Um, I'll be having so many different like scenarios. That's why this like it's hard for me to answer every question. But it's like two scenarios. So if we're married, if we're getting married, what if he's like an athlete? You know, he might be really popular. So we might need to blow a lot of money on that wedding, you know? But if he's like not a regular guy, but he's not as popular, or maybe he doesn't have a lot of family, or like he isn't, you know, outgoing. Because I'm not really that outgoing. Outgoing. I wouldn't want that many people at my wedding to begin with. But it depends on like who I'm marrying, their family, you know, all the numbers. Um, because I'm perfectly fine with just getting married with two people in the room. And then, you know, having a big honeymoon and then letting everybody see us there, like family, friends, whatever. But for me, I think I would, in general, just blow more money on the honeymoon. So I mean, that's a good experience too, to go somewhere different, but also be able to do everything out there. You know, you don't want to go for 2 days and do like two activities. You want to see everything. So I think I would blow more money on like the experience of traveling.
I'm still thinking.
Okay, I'll go. For me, I'd rather spend more money on the honeymoon than the wedding. Cause like the wedding for me is important, yes, but it's important more in like legal terms. Cause I mean, once you know your person's your person and y'all are like committed to each other, that's that. So like the wedding itself is more like it's like sealing it, basically sealing the deal, and then making it like a family thing because both families are like present, and it's like to me it's more of a celebration than anything. So of course I want it to be like nice and pretty, but it doesn't have to be like expensive or like full on like rent the rent some like fancy place in like Paris, or like have a wedding at the Taj Mahal. Like it doesn't need to be fancy. It could be like like people, I don't know. I mean, mainly celebrities do stuff like that, but like people like to go all out for weddings, and I'm like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
just want to do the ceremony and celebrate with family the day of, both families, because it's like a joining of two families, pretty much. So yeah. And then the honeymoon, I agree with what Jada said. I'd rather spend it like traveling with my partner and like being able to enjoy being officially like married and together, committed, and traveling to like hopefully a place that we've never been to, both never been to, and experiencing new things for the first time together. Like that sounds super fun.
Hmm. You know, I was like honeymoon, then no wedding, but then I changed it to honeymoon because I guess like basically what the both of you said, I want it to be memorable and I would definitely spend my money wisely because yeah, at the wedding, I want that to be nice too, but I also want my honeymoon to be nice too. but I'm
Mhm,
leaning more towards honeymoon
mhm.
and traveling too. That's pretty fun. And if it were on the spending it on the wedding and going somewhere else, everyone can attend. So honeymoon.
Cause like for me, the wedding could be like, mm, if I did get married in like an actual church setting, there are like these really pretty places where it's like basically outside, but it's like overlooking something, and it's like the cross, and then there's like the sunset in the back. To me, that's so pretty. I do that, or like a backyard type wedding, like just something really cute and simple. Like, yeah, cute, simple, but still special and memorable. And then
Be
the honeymoon, you could go like 3 different places, like for 3 weeks or whatever. Like, I don't know, like you could really go all out for the honeymoon. And I feel like you should, because you're with your partner and that's like your special time together, especially before you get back to like everyday life, like going to work and da da da, whatever you have to do. Make the most of it.
beach weddings seem nice too.
See, I used to think about that all the time because at first that was like my dream wedding was a beach wedding, but then I thought about like the sand and the pictures and well, what if it's not nice outside and uh, man. So I okay, I will say this. Since I'm so indecisive, I can't make up my mind. So I feel like my wedding will probably end up being expensive because for the actual wedding ceremony, I feel like I would do it in one of those church places I told you about where it like overlooks something with the sunset or like backyard, but then have like the after part, the celebration part, like on the beach or like near the beach. Like I'd want them to be near each other so you could just go to the other one right after. Because I also
Um,
want to do like you know that thing where they do like lanterns and they like let them all up in the sky. I feel like that would be really cute to do, like with the sunset or like after the sun's going down and everything. I feel like that'd be really really pretty. Fun times.
Jada, do you have a dream wedding?
Not really. I don't really think about my wedding much.
Same.
I think I only did it because I was on Pinterest and I saw this stuff and I was like, let me start planning.
Yeah, Pinterest be having everything.
Pinterest does that to you. Start planning your whole life on there. Pinterest is basically my vision board, but like
Mm.
several different vision boards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last one is would you rather have free flights for the rest of your life or free cruises for the rest of your life?
Easy flights. First, they're free, and well, I could travel wherever I want. Um, but cruises too. But I was thinking there's a lot more to do on cruises than be on a plane because you're just sitting down for X, Y, Z hours. But when you're on a cruise, there's like swimming. There's like pools there,
Yeah,
and
it,
are there
it depends on
casinos?
the boat.
Yeah,
Different boats have different like amenities.
yeah, and just it's fun, but I'm so used to flying on planes. I haven't been on a cruise, so I pick free flights. And layovers are fun.
No.
What? You don't like layovers?
I mean, it depends. Like, if I'm with like friends or family and we're like going on a vacation or something, I don't know, that can kind of be fun because then you get to like spend time in the airport bonding and you're like excited because you're about to go on a trip. But if like lately, the reason I've been on planes is like going back and forth for like spring break and like Christmas break and everything, going to like parents and grandparents and all that. Laying over for that, that's not fun. Like when it's just, I guess when it's just you in the airport, layovers aren't fun because you're just sitting there like
Oh,
twiddling your thumbs, like I don't know nobody, nothing for me to really do. Like I have to make sure all my like episodes are downloaded, my music's ready to go. Like I have to make sure I have stuff to do on the plane or like while I'm sitting there. Cause yeah, I guess it just depends on if I'm like by myself or if I'm with like people.
yeah.
I've never been on either. I'm honestly scared of both, to be honest. I'm scared of crashing and I can't swim, so I'm scared of drowning. But I would say planes because I don't know, I'm scared of the ocean. Like, it's beautiful, but like I said, I can't swim. Like, I might drown. I've almost drowned a few times, y'all. I've almost drowned a few times in the pool. So I would take flights because then I can really go anywhere, literally, for free. I can fly to Paris tomorrow on a, well, I was about to say jet, but it says, would that count too? Like planes or just like jets or?
I guess just like anything that flies. It's a free flight, so
Okay,
it's
first
anything that
class.
flies.
I'm taking a jet tomorrow to Tokyo, and that's gonna be free. But
Private
on a
jet.
cruise, I'm just seeing water, and I have to go on the same slide every day or the same casino area. I would pick flights.
That's so funny. You guys have never been on cruises. I've it's like you guys are getting the point, but it's not. That's not all of it. Like, okay, so I've been on 2 cruises now. The first one was back in like high school. It was like my freshman year, I think. My uncle got married, and he had his like wedding on the cruise, and then his honeymoon was like part of the cruise, and then they also did like another part off the cruise by themselves. But that was my first one, and then the second one was I think 2 years ago over the summer, and that one was like a family one, like family vacation type thing. Um, Cruises, like yeah, there's like the water slides and stuff. They have like most of them have like at least one pool. No, at least two, because there's like one in the middle of the ship, main deck, and then there's like usually one in the front or the back. I think they're called ports, but I don't know. And then there's like slides or like mini golf or those like things where people are hooked up to the thing and they like walk on those plank things like in the air or whatever. I don't know. Like there's a lot to do, and then they have like activities like volleyball, basketball, soccer. Um, they have like a track. They have gyms. Like there's a lot. They have the casino, which is huge. They have karaoke nights. They have um, they have clubs. They have like several different clubs. Um, there's like a lot to do on the cruise itself. But then you also have like your trips. So like on cruises, you normally go to like different places. It depends on how long your cruise is. I think the first one I went on was like 3 days, and then the one I just went on was like I think it was a full week, maybe 5 days, but I think it was a full week. And then you go to like several places, and how long you stay depends on how long your cruise is. Like the longer your cruise is, the longer you can stay in one spot. Like the last one, we went to the Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos, and we were supposed to stop at the Bahamas, but the water was choppy that day, so we didn't get to stop. But luckily, I went to the Bahamas on the first one, so I didn't really miss anything with that. Um, yeah, and then with cruises, it's like there are different cruise ships. So it's like there's Carnival, Norwegian, Disney, like there's a bunch. And then they all have like different ships for each like franchise, I guess. And then you can go to like a whole bunch of different places. I think I would choose free cruises because I feel like, see, flights, I was thinking flights at first, but then I was like, it's just the flight that's free. You still gotta like pay for like your hotel room, food, and like a lot of stuff. Because on cruises, room and board and food is like included, unless it's like a fancy one. But most of the time, it's like everything's included already, except for like certain things that might be like specials. Um, so yeah, I'd rather choose cruises, and they
I
have
guess it's
They
Oh,
have
sorry.
buffets. Sorry, they have like buffets and like restaurants on them too. So like the last one they had a buffet that does breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and like desserts and snacks and whatever. And they also had like a Mexican place. They had a burger place. They had a pizza place. Seafood. They had like a bar for like drinks and cocktails and like smoothies and stuff. And then they also have like the dining room basically, and they do breakfast, lunch, and dinner in there too. And it's like they have like a full menu each for each course. So like breakfast, you have like, well, I don't know about breakfast, but like lunch and dinner, you have like a appetizer, first entree, second dessert, like all that. Like there's a lot on cruises. So I choose cruises.
If I do go on a cruise, it'll probably be with friends or and family. I wouldn't go by myself. But with flights, I guess it's just me wanting to go to that place just like quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What is this, the music portion? Wait, what is it?
Oh no, you pass it to me. The topics.
Which topics? Okay, at the top, at the top. All right. Okay. Wait. Hold up. What are the topics? What is this segment called? Is it? I forgot what it's called.
I don't think we ever made a name for this one. Topic.
Isn't is this the? This isn't the advice
So
column, is it?
like, what would you do? Like, it's like advice, kind of, just advice in general.
Okay, we're
Um,
definitely gonna have to edit this one. Okay, so next I'm gonna pass it over to Jada, and she's gonna do the what would you do slash like advice panel that we have. So yeah.
hey guys. So we have two topics today. So I'm gonna do. Well, first I'm just gonna ask you guys, what are you guys' main things that relieve your stress? So what are the best stress relievers for you guys?
um, music, definitely one of them. I feel like music just helps with like stress and emotions in general. Um, journaling and sleeping, taking naps. But also, I use planners to help me like organize everything and figure out what days I'm doing what and all that. Cause I don't I don't usually forget things, but knowing that I have like a whole bunch of stuff to do does stress me out. So I have to plan it all out or else I'm gonna freak out.
For me, music too, definitely. Being alone and taking hot showers, and sleeping on it. But when I get stressed, it's usually because of my workload, because I know what's coming at me, and I'm just like, I need to do all this before this happens. But I think I deal with stress pretty well. I just like being alone and listening to music, really.
For me, when I'm stressed out, it's usually over like my future. I just want to make sure that I'm successful. So I'll be having like deep breakdowns. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to be rich. I need to be a millionaire. I need to be rich. So with
Instead,
that, yeah, like, I'll be
you were
like,
taking pictures like, yo.
yes, that's every night. I just be like, oh my god, how can I just be rich? Every night, that's what I think about. So for me, um, usually when I'm stressed, not so much of a breakdown. When I have a breakdown, I just have that breakdown, and it's kind of hard for me to get over that for that time. When I'm stressed, I used to get ice cream. I watch YouTube all day, y'all. I watch nothing else but YouTube. I can't even watch Netflix or Hulu no more. I just watch YouTube all day. And I guess because when I am alone in my room, it kind of makes me feel like I'm not alone. I watch a lot of like not podcasts, but like people talking, so it makes me feel like I'm not alone. So that kind of like makes me feel at ease, kind of. But yeah, ice cream, YouTube, music too. I don't listen to music as much no more. Like I don't know. It's kind of only when I'm stressed or like I need like a background sound to help me do like work or something. Also like planning like hair and stuff. And I'm trying to learn how to do makeup and stuff. But like sitting there and just like kind of self care overall, like is a really good stress reliever in general. So
I'm the same way with music. Like I remember before, like I feel like maybe back when we were in like high school and younger, I used to be super into like what was trending and figure out what I liked and all that. And now I'm just kind of like, I feel like I just listen to the same songs and artists on repeat. Like I don't keep up with like new songs unless it's like an artist I know I like, so I know it was coming out or whatever. But like people will be like, "Oh, this song has been out since forever," and I'll be like, "I don't know, I'm just not hearing it because I just
yeah.
keep up with it anymore. I just don't like. I'm the same. I use music as like a background, or if I needed to help with like dealing with emotions, that's about it. Or in the car because I can't drive in silence. That's awkward.
Sometimes I like crying just because I feel like it's a good stress reliever for me so I can like let everything out. Yeah.
It is. It's a good release. I have trouble with crying though. Like I can't cry unless I'm like super duper stressed and on the verge of a mental breakdown, or if I let things like build up a lot. But since I've been like journaling and stuff, I like journal things as I'm feeling them. So I like haven't really been needing to cry lately. I almost cried the other day though, yesterday, because this week and next week for school are gonna be like super busy. I have like a bunch of assignments due, and I'm starting my like job, which is like it's with the agency, college nanny sitters and tutors, and I basically set my own schedule, but I have my first assignment this Saturday and another one next Saturday, so I'm like nervous for that. And I got all these assignments due this week and next week, and I'm like, it's like a lot all at the same time. But yeah,
You've probably been through worse of those, so this shouldn't be a problem because you can prioritize. Yeah.
yeah. As long as I just manage my time wisely, like, and it's funny because like every day I realize like as I'm doing stuff or getting things done, I'm like, this really didn't take that long, or this really wasn't that hard. Like it's easy, which is why I plan things out because I'm like, okay, if I do this day, or if I do this much now and then the rest of it later, it's not as stressful
Yeah.
and it's easier. But yeah,
Okay. The next question is, how do you think the pandemic changed you? I'll start, I guess. So I feel like honestly the best part of this was the weekly unemployments. Like, oh my gosh. In March, getting $700 a week? Please, what am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm sorry. That was the I know it's a this is a terrible situation, this is terrible, but like getting those weekly unemployment still today, like $700 a week, that was what, $400 a week. I don't know what I would be doing if I didn't have all that money. Um, that really helped me in so many areas. Just getting like the necessities, groceries. I usually like paid my rent off through the year with like my refund check from school, but like extra $700 a week, like that was the best part. So, but it also taught me how to manage my money too and save because I'm trying to save for like grad school and to get my body done. So, it's really helpful. Um, but when it comes to like school and like online school, I don't know. I don't think I want to go back in person. Even though I feel like we probably eventually will. Some people are saying this is going to end in like 2024. Like I'm gonna be way out of school then. So I think it's just helped me really learn about myself, especially like just sitting in a room all day. When it first started, you couldn't really go anywhere. Like it was like an apocalypse started. Like I was too scared to go outside. Like I was scared. Yeah, I remember one night I went to Jack in the Box and like this guy, like he was a homeless person, but he came up to me asking me for like money, and it was like he was a zombie. Like it felt like it was just an apocalypse, y'all. I was so scared. Like I'm sorry. Like it felt like he was a zombie. But I just think overall it has just helped me learn myself, um, learn what I like, what I don't like, how to really be alone and not be sad when I'm alone, but use it to do more productive things like working out or like trying to do your makeup, learning new things. So I think it's helped me with like learning myself, money management, and also with school because I feel like I don't feel like it's easier, but I feel like it's easier to like I don't want to say it because I'm not a cheater, but I'm not a cheater, but you could really go back a lot and watch like the Zoom videos and really take your time if they do post it. So I feel like it's just giving me more time to really learn stuff when it comes to school. But I think that's the main thing that has really helped me with it.
I grew a lot during the pandemic. Like I learned a lot about myself and I like did a lot of like healing. Um with school, I I prefer in person. I feel like online is like I feel like okay, if we were in a pandemic, online probably would have been like okay. But I feel like since we are online and we are in a pandemic, teachers went like crazy with it and are like just being ridiculous. Like, oh, we know these are hard times, and then they give us the hardest time. And I'm like, we didn't do all this when we were in person, so why are we doing all this now? But I feel like it depends on the teacher and the class. But I personally prefer in person. Plus, I need the community setting, like just being able to like walk on campus and like go to things and events and like see people. Especially since I just transferred here, I like still need to make friends. I've made friends since I've been here, but like it'll be better in person.
Um, yeah, I agree. It okay. It helped me learn more about myself, especially at the end of the year. That was the most stressful time I think that I've ever gone through. Um, School was okay, but I prefer in class, I mean, person, face to face classes because I feel like I'm not learning as much in Zoom classes. And I miss college feeling like an actual college campus. You don't see anyone on campus. It's so dead. And that's why I decided to go back home. With just being by myself, really staying in the house, being by myself a lot. I just think a lot about the past and like I don't know, I'm happy that I had good things happen to me in 2020, but I'm glad that I went through the worst because it's life lessons and I learned from that. Oh, 2020 has been terrible though, but okay. But yeah, I guess learning about myself and I guess making new friends online too because I don't really know how to approach people in person, but meeting people online, I guess just working on myself really. So that's all I can say.
I agree with the college campus part, like having it feel like we're actually in college and not learning like as much as we would be if we were in person. And I feel like I'm thinking about like last semester what I learned from it and I'm like, yeah, I remember like bits and pieces, but I feel like overall it was like more just busy work than anything. And it was stressful, busy work versus like in person. I feel like we were like, taking our time. I feel like we take our time more in person than online because the teachers like take time to actually like teach their lesson and you can take notes and like everything. And now it's like you're just in Zoom class listening, but it's like I feel like most of the teachers aren't really like teaching anything. Like they're just reading off PowerPoints, which you could do yourself. Like there's no like extra like teaching with it.
And plus, being at home while you're on a Zoom call doesn't really help because you're so comfortable being at home. It's just like, it's just a meeting. I can just chill out, not really pay that much attention. And like with the pandemic too, me and my friend went to Starbucks and it just felt like a scene from The Walking Dead. Like just it didn't feel real, and it was so scary, and it still is scary. So
Here it's super scary because like people here don't wear masks. Like they don't wear masks, and it's like a bunch of people outside. Like we're not in a pandemic. Like we haven't been in a pandemic, and that scares me more than it being like empty or like just not as busy. Like that makes me scared to go outside because I'm like, who knows what any of these people like if they have COVID or anything else or like how much it's spread or like where it's spread, and it's like there's just no telling. It's scary, really scary.
yeah, with this winter weather, it's gone now where I am, but
It
people
was
stay in the house, so that's kind of good. But people had no electricity, but still, with the corona in terms of coronavirus, people stayed at home.
here. People, I don't think people in Charlotte know what it means to stay at home. I really don't. I really don't think they do. Everybody's always out at all times of the night, and I'm just like I get it's a city, but I've been to multiple cities, and they're just different out here. Like they just don't care.
Corona parties.
But that's the end of that. So now we're gonna pass it to Kayla. She has a question to ask us.
So, what are you bumping? What am I bumping? I'm same music, but lately I've been listening to Uno the Activist, his recent album, and Lil CJ Casino. Gets me hype.
For me, um, lately, I mean, yeah, same here, same artist, same playlist on repeat. But lately, the past few days, while I'm like doing work and stuff, in order to keep my attention span, but to also like relax me, I made a calm music playlist, and some of my favorite ones on there are Moon River by Frank Ocean, Summertime in Paris by Jaden and Willow, Always Forever, Bryson Tiller, and then Out of Time by Bryson Tiller too. But like yeah, there's a lot of different songs on this playlist, and then just other ones in general that I've been listening to. But yeah, mainly like my calm playlist to keep me relaxed because these next 2 weeks are gonna be something.
For me, I'm listening to Soldier by the Destiny's Child featuring it was featuring T.I. and Lil Wayne, but I've been looking that every
And I'm gonna pass it back to Jada.
day. Okay, guys, so that was the second episode of the Let the Girls Speak podcast. Next episode, we will have a special guest. Est- how do you pronounce that? Esthetician?
Estet- Esthetician.
Esthetician?
Not the ASMR.
She's an
Est-
esthetician. So she's gonna come on here and give you guys a whole bunch of skincare and makeup tips. I know I can use both.
I need advice.
I have like a specific question
Yes.
when she comes.
So
I'm ready.
Stay tuned.
And Brittany's coming back.
Oh yeah, Brittany's coming back for the next episode. So we tune into our Instagram. We're gonna be posting polls and question boxes so you guys can ask your questions. And yeah, and if you guys have any questions for us as well, feel free to DM us. I think we're trying to get the podcast on Apple and Spotify, but I don't know. We're trying to figure out how to convert that to MP4. Yeah, do you guys have anything else you want to say?
Also, like the questions and like topics we talk about, you guys can like give us your opinion or your feedback on those same topics or questions too. That's cool.
Okay, well, you have anything?
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay, well, bye, guys. See you guys on the next episode.
Your mama on
Cause
stage.
that go cute when I shoot, it's on you. That go cute when I shoot, it's on you. That go cute when I shoot, it's on you. Trying to copy what I do.